What's good, YouTube? It's Beat Addict. I'm back at it again. I'm not too high in spirits. I'm not that great. You know, as you can see, I got Serrato sample pulled up. This is last night. I did this last night. Me and my son, we just in there. We just listening to soul samples on YouTube. I come across a lot of samples, a lot of dope joints. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm in the mood. I want to make something. I want to chop some stuff up, and I want to make something. So I download it, throw it in the Serrato sample, pull up the Logic or whatever, and I'm going through the chops. I already have something in my head. I'm like, man, I want to make something hard. I want to make something just super hard. You know what I mean? So I'm hearing something when I'm hearing this sample right here, when I'm listening to it through YouTube. But once I get into Logic, it's like I'm blank. I'm going through the chops. The chops are cool, but it's just not, I'm not getting there. It's like I'm having some type of sample beat block going on, sample chop block or something. And it's just really bothering me. Like I'm going through the notions. The chops are not chopping the way I need to in my head. Like they not. It's not really working for me. You know what I'm saying? So I had a rough night trying to make this joint, man. So this is one of my failures. I actually tried to make a beat with a sample. Everybody thinks sampling is just easy. You get the sample, you throw it in, and you throw a drum loop on top of it, and that's it. Sometimes that work out good, but sampling is an art. It ain't. You got to pick the right chops. You got to get the timing right with your chops and everything, man. I think I just had something in my head that maybe this sample just can't do for me. Even though this joint is dope. And I end up making a little beat out of it. I don't like it, to be honest. You know, so you'll see once we get there. But as you can see here, I'm going through the chops, man. I'm playing it back. I'm doing everything I can do. And it was a rough ride. It was a rough ride last night. I'm not feeling good about it. Today is my dad's birthday. He passed back in 2010. So I need to redeem myself today. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get a sample and I'm gonna chop the shit out of it. And I'm gonna make something fire. Hopefully. That's the plan. You know what I'm saying? But tune in to what I'm doing here, man. This is just one of those, you know, we always put stuff up on YouTube that might be worthy of somebody rapping on or something worthy to listen to. But this one of them times that I believe I failed. And yeah, I got a failing grade at sampling. But stay tuned, man. Let's go through it. Alright, so I ended up coming up with a little something that was cool. Put that to the side, and I figured let me see if I can find some more other chops. Maybe at least one more that maybe we could put together, or I pick, you know, from the two and just go from there. But stay tuned. Let's keep going. I really the chop that I found was cool, but it's still not the feel that I was looking for. Alright, so now this is a decent chop right here. You know what I'm saying? I personally think it's one of them typical ones, and I'd rather go another route, but it's cool for now. Alright, so at this point, I had two cool chops that I was like, alright, let me see what I could put together with these two chops. I figured I'd go ahead and see if I could make a little beat out of it. I may leave one part without the drums and the other part with drums. I was thinking in my head, so let's see what I did. I think maybe if I came up with a drum loop, did my drums first, maybe this whole thing could have came out much better. I know back in the day when I first started producing, I used to start out with the drums, and a lot of times when I use samples, my bad, I had a notification. When I use samples, but I started out with the drums, it worked out better. You know what I mean? But after a while, I just started doing my melodies first, and you know, that's how it went, and that's how I've been doing it for a while. So maybe I need to start going back to making the drums first and then tossing my samples in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this was it right here. This was pretty much the end for me. It was late. I will say I was tired as hell. I was sleepy, but that ain't no excuse. I done made plenty of dope joints while I was tired. But man, I really failed in every aspect for me, man. I think the chops are usable and could be made into something much greater. These choice of drums, what I did with the drums is unacceptable, completely unacceptable for me. And just overall, this was a fail. I usually say I never throw a beat away, but I might throw this one away into the trash bin. I might, but nah, I won't do it because maybe next week I'll come back with this and I'll come with another drum pattern, something else, spice it up. So I'll keep it. I'll tell everybody keep all your beats, man. Keep them all, because you might come back years down the line and make a hit out of it, man. Word up. But appreciate y'all watching. Yes, I failed. I'm gone, but I'll be back.